optimistic that we are going to win, not only for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, but for Jackie Rosen in this state. I'm absolutely confident in our ground game.
That was Nevada Democratic Senator Catherine Cortez Masto on Sunday's Face the Nation, confident the Harris campaign can keep her state blue for the 5th straight consecutive presidential election cycle. Her colleague, Nevada Democratic Congressman Stephen Horsford, joins us now. He serves as chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus and is a national co-chair of the Harris-Walz campaign. Joins us from Las Vegas. Congressman, great to see you. CBS News' Battleground Tracker poll currently has Nevada tied. So how confident are you that the VP is going to be able to pull this off?
Well, thank you for having me on, Ed. It's great to be with you. Look, I know that polls are about margin of error, but this election is going to be won because of margin of effort. And it's hundreds, if not thousands, of volunteers who are talking to the final undecided voters across all parties, Republicans, nonpartisans, and Democrats, to make sure that they know how important their vote is on Tuesday. We're just hours away, and Nevada will deliver for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and Democrats up and down the ballot.
What is it about what you guys do in Nevada as Democrats to turn out voters that get you by just hundreds, if not a small group of thousands of votes every time? This is the tradition that dates back to the late Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, and there have been a lot of concerns about whether you guys still can do it. What is it? What's the secret sauce for you guys when it comes to turning out voters?
It's all about a ground game. You had Senator Cortez Masto on. She won by 7,928 votes just last election cycle. All of our statewide races can be close sometimes, but this is a consequential election. On one hand, you have Donald Trump, who is focused on an enemies list, on grievances and revenge against his political enemies, and you have Kamala Harris, who has a to-do list. And on her to-do list are issues of facing Nevadans and Americans, from lowering the cost of housing to passing her opportunity economy agenda, to making sure that we protect a woman's right to make her own healthcare decisions. But in order for that to happen, we also have to fire Mike Johnson and elect Hakeem Jeffries as our next Speaker of the House, and Democrats in the majority, because that's how these bills will get to Kamala Harris's desk as the 47th president of the United States.
I want to get to Congress in a second, but I got to ask you, the VP was there last Thursday. She's ending her campaign in the East, focused mostly on the blue wall states. In your view, did she spend enough time in Nevada and the Southwest in order to win out there?
Oh, absolutely. The vice president has been to Nevada, I believe, 20 times, and at least 9 since becoming the nominee. And what she understands are the needs of Nevadans. She was here in my district, in fact, talking again to the constituents here who matter, who she understands their frustration that, the cost of housing, the cost of rent, the cost of childcare, the fact that there's an effort to roll back the Affordable Care Act, to take away a woman's right to make her own health care decisions. We have those protections in state law, but if Donald Trump and Mike Johnson get their way and they pass a national ban, those rights go away here in Nevada as well. And that is driving a historic turnout among women, among young voters, among nonpartisans, and among people across every ethnic and racial background. That's why we're going to win this state for Kamala Harris.
Now, you've been mentioning the congressional races. You have your own re-election race tomorrow, and I've heard you've been actually out campaigning away from Nevada for other Democrats because you're feeling that confident about your own race against the former Las Vegas Mayor John Lee?
Well, I'm here in my district. I have spent time making sure that the voters in my district know how important their vote is. I'm going to continue to do that up until the polls close here at 7 p.m. But I've done my part as the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus and co-chair of the Harris-Walz campaign to make sure that we win everywhere, because it's going to take turning out the vote in all of the battlegrounds. Nevada, we are known as a battle-born state, and we're going to win this election up and down the ballot for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, for Senator Rosen, and for House Democrats, including myself.
You said 7,928 was the vote margin for Senator Masto. That's like a ballroom there on the Strip. We'll see if you can fill it again tomorrow night. Congressman Stephen Horsford, thank you for being with us. Safe travels.
Thank you, Ed.